Yeah, crappy lighting. Hi, this is Dr. Mia Lueth. It is 1:46 p.m. Eastern New York time, and I'm trying to adjust the lights because I'm the lighting guy too. Yeah. All right. This, this is gonna be a challenge. This is gonna be a challenge. It is May the 4th, 2025. I'm live. You can see my chubbiness in all of its glory. Stitch. Niga, nada, quista. If you don't know what that means, it means in Stitch language, I destroy you. I am hoping that I don't have the same glitch that I was having with my, what do you call it? My tablet. Okay. Uh, you know, somebody's trying to block crap they shouldn't be, and I'm not putting up with it. But regardless, I am back live, and I have at least a half an hour, but I'm gonna try and make these a little more come a little more quickly. I had planned on 20 minutes at a time, but that doesn't seem to do the trick. Now I am hoping you can hear me over the sound of a window air conditioner. Um, I don't have the same room anymore. It's kind of hard to explain, but I got attacked again, and I'm really getting tired of it. All right, there are some out there. No, 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 God, no, 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 no. You're gonna make others start all over again, and you're gonna leave me alone. And if I have an issue with God, okay, it's between me and God. Everybody else, just stay out of it. Okay? I mean, and some of you I warned. I know I don't look like much, but I did warn some of you. Some of my brothers, hey, wakey, wakey. Some of the females you're with are butt ugly hags. Okay? House of Music. I mean, this cleanup is it's like, no, 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 no. Most of you, if you made the mess, you're staying until it's cleaned up. I'm never going to get left with a mess like that again. Brothers, please help me out. Get in touch with me. Okay? This is going to end up in your inbox. It's going to end up where it needs to. I'm going to push and push and push until it happens. The other thing is, males. I'm used to males. Okay? I'm used to being around males. I'm used to males. I'm used to dudes. Okay? If you don't like the way I am, then don't listen to me. Go away. Goodbye. Yeah, that's an M right there. That's also an M right there. That's an M right there. That's also an M right there. You see what I'm trying to get at? Okay, it doesn't matter what I do. I mean, I'm sure somebody probably thinks I'm actually the devil. I'm sure that is the case. You all figured it out, haven't you? I am hoping that I can be heard over this. My voice will come and go. I still have issues with my voice, but it is much better. I'm trying to, um, what's the word? Enunciate better. But pretty much all I have left is my voice. So I'm doing my best to not speak as much as I used to. And the lighting is going to be crappy, until I can figure out what to do. But I lost all that equipment. It's gone. It either went in the dumpster or it got put on the street for whoever to just come pick it up for free. Okay? Well, that's going to stop happening. Okay? I promised I wouldn't. Yeah. Last time I needed to vent. Okay, fellas, I need to vent too. All right. Now, see, it's easier for you males to just like point at somebody and just say, we're taking it outside. Okay? Like, there's a song. It's a script song. Script. Okay, I'm mentioning the band Script. I mentioned they have newer music out too. It's not brand new, but they put out a new album this year. The band Scripted, or maybe it was the end of last year. But they have new music too. It's a newer album. The band The Script. So I put in the comments all the music that I mention or that I hear or play. So I mentioned the band The Script. Check them out. You know, people should really give bands at least the courtesy of listening to an entire album before you decide that you don't like it. And I also suggest that people decide what they like and what they don't like for themselves because I listen to all sorts of music, but growing up, pretty much what we had at my age was the radio. Okay, we did have MTV. All right, that was when I was a little older, and they used to play music on MTV. Then VH1 took that over. Anyway, so I put in my comment section. I got in the habit of putting in my comment section any of the musical artists that I mentioned, and I did mention the Script. They do have a newer album out. Um, they have, and I think they wanted to tour. So you might want to check in on that because live shows are pretty much awesome. That's also how you can tell where the talent is. You can tell they're actual musicians. You can tell sometimes when people are limp syncing or when sometimes people are pulling a fast one over you. I mean, you know, you can tell a musician from something else when you go to a live show. But I always suggest live shows. I've been to more than 1,000 of them. That was when I was younger. Um, I used to make more money, so and I had a vehicle and things I don't have currently. Um, so it's not something I can do on a regular basis right now. But I do suggest it to other people. Always try and see a band live. Okay. I mentioned the Script, right? So, fellas, brothers, fellas. Okay, I have to say it again. Yeah, some of you kind of fell asleep at the wheel, dropped the balls. Hi there, wakey wakey. I'm saying it now. Some of you got, claws dug in by some old, ugly, nasty hags, females. Yes, yes, you did. And I've been trying behind the scenes to pull out those claws for you. And house music, it's like, holy crap, just get sober. For the love of all that is holy or whatever you believe in, just try harder. Okay? I mean, the athletes are one thing, all right? The American football, European footballers, they kind of get the hang of it, although sometimes it becomes a mess and I jump in. Okay, but I don't usually have to do that. And the ice hockey dudes look out for each other and they help each other out, even if they're rivals in some way. I mean, even if they don't really like each other sometimes, okay? They make things much easier for me. I have far less stress with the ice hockey. Okay, and there is a female professional ice hockey league, by the way. Okay, so that's not something new, folks. Uh, yeah. So, fellas, I get it. It's just oftentimes some of you forget that I'm a female. Okay, and I'm taking way too much heat, way too much of being. No way. The abuse of me is over. And when I ask for an assist, I expect, especially certain males, brethren, to help me. It's not, oh, Mia's always okay. Oh, Mia always lands on her feet. No, 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 no. And sometimes I need princess time. But I do feel like I got abandoned and then run over and then ignored and then treated like shit. I mean, I've been through rape and torture. So, you know, enough. Okay. Yeah, I had to do my own haircut. I know. You guys are used to the long hair. Well, nobody was taking care of me, and the long hair got too nappy, and I had these knots that I couldn't get out of my hair. So I just cut it, and now it's just whatever it is, okay, with my fat little face. I don't care if it frames my face, okay? I don't have that. I should, okay? I should. Some of you fellows out there, I know they look good. I know they have perfect tits, but on the inside, holy crap here. I am sending it to you. See them through my eyes. I can't let any of you drag that crap home. Some of them are so ugly, disgusting, stank, everything on the inside. Yuck. Oh, you put your penis in there. Ah. They're usually the ones that you have a hard time with, fellas. The penis does the talking a lot. I know it does the thinking. I know. But you're going to have to trust me. I'm not sharing my ability with you so that you can see through the bullshit, so you can see through whatever it is you're seeing and see the ugliness of some of these females who have gotten their claws into you. Dudes, especially in the music, house music. Oh, my wrecked, holy turd that can't be unpolished. I have been at this now for 10 years. No, I'm sorry, 12. That's what I've been doing. Now, some of you should have known there was an issue and checked on me personally around 2013, 14, when you realized that I went silent, which should have, triggered a few things, red flags, things like that. Yes, I know. I know. People pop on and they see that I'm not showing tits and I'm not beautiful like the ugly hags that you guys want to put your fucking fingers and dick in. It's just gross. So I am sharing my ability with you. Dude, some of you, hi, brothers, whoa. Okay, you need to see them for what they are. It took me forever to drag one of them off, one of you, right? Front man of a band. You. It took me a long time, which is why, okay, like, the hockey dudes just make things much easier for me. Anyway, house music. No, you're all going to stick around, whether you like it or not, and clean up this mess. And I don't care if it was you who did it, or your grandfather who did it, or somebody you know, or your next door neighbor. I don't care who did it. No, we are all sticking through this together. You don't need to be happy. Oh, great. Well, yes, I have someone running a vacuum now, so I can't really control these circumstances as well as I could where I used to live. But my landlord decided to put me out on the street in the middle of winter. Yeah, hi. Anybody who really thinks that's shitty, his name is Mr. Pat Ulrich, and he runs Ulrich Property Rentals in Elkton, Maryland. This is where I'm located. Do not attack me. It will bounce off and hit you. I am armored. Okay, I'm putting my location in Maryland. If law enforcement wants to follow me around and track things, we'll just go right ahead. Because apparently God likes to put every shit dirt bag ever created in my life, including felons who get past the first felony, you understand, without going to jail, and then the idiots go and do it again. I have no sympathy for people like that. If you're a felon in the U.S. and you didn't go to jail and you, like, you know what I'm trying to say, and you didn't have to do anything too terrible, and you didn't get fined to the point of poorness, then you should be grateful and kiss everybody's fucking ass for the rest of your life. Because if you do it twice, somebody's going to get you. And some of us really don't think that taxpayer money should be used to handle you. Look into my eyes. I'm allowing you to read me briefly. Okay, I'm putting my location in Maryland here. So I'm not going to go into a big gigantic spiel. I'm just coming back live so that people understand kind of the situation. Yep, I'm all the makeup, everything pretty much is gone. So, including I lost a lot of data. It was I got hacked and whacked and geez Louise, every which way kind of thing. Lost my bank account. Hi, fellas. Excuse me. You're the ones who started the spiritual warfare. Well, then you better jump your goddamn asses back in there and finish it. And if another Christian gives me a hard time, I'm going to demand that you stay alive no matter what condition you are in, long enough to say it directly to my face. Got it? Okay? I don't say things unless I'm absolutely 100% willing to say it to someone else's face. I, I don't say it here unless I'm absolutely 100% willing to say it to somebody's face if given the opportunity. I don't write it on my blog. I don't write it on my X account. Okay? I'm hoping that the censors have calmed down a little bit. I mean, I was getting censored for things. I was told on one of my YouTube live shows trying to tell me that's spam or scam, and I'm just like, what? Where? Where? Never got explained to me. Okay, ease off. Okay, I'm letting some of you read me on purpose, so you can tell. Well, I'm not one of those ugly ones on the inside, fellas. And some of you got by witches. It took me a while to remove some spells. Well, that's because you use spells in your music, and I'm aware of it, and I've been aware of it. A lot of witchcraft in music, and what I'm going to say is, look, if some of you would have left me alone, I would have continued peacefully. But some of you did not leave me alone. I've never attacked a single one of you. And when you try and get some of my dudes and brothers, okay, if you got your claws into one of my brothers, I will not stay quiet. I will not go away. I am not a shrinking violet when it comes to that. I am also not a shrinking violet when it comes to the protection of innocent children. It's bad enough I got that. I wouldn't wish the things that have happened to me on anyone. And by the way, I forgave all of you. Now what are you going to do? Do it to my face. Do it in my personal space, you cowards. Stay away from my brothers. Brothers. Accept and receive, accept and receive, accept and receive, my brothers. 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 Accept and receive, especially in the house of music. Hi. Accept and receive from me. Okay? Yes. Use my ability. See through my eyes. See the women you're with through my eyes. And then run like hell. New music. Bush just put out a new song. If they're not touring yet, they're getting ready to tour. But there's a new album coming out. That's the band Bush. I've been a fan of Bush since pretty much the first time I heard their music. But it's been a while, so a lot of people may have only heard. I've run across people that have only heard the first two albums, and that's the same with Matchbox 20. They've only heard the first two albums, but both bands have been making music since. They have new music. Um, there's a lot of songs that I like. Bush. I was just listening to The Art of Survival, and one of my faves on that album is "Kiss Me, I'm Dead." That's a good one. Um, But don't let somebody dictate to you what kind of music you like. Okay, I listen to the radio, but I go through phases where I can't listen to mainstream radio because they play the same things. Plus, they're not allowed to dictate to me what kind of music I like. I explore through the music, through exploring. So I have diverse tastes. I do have to leave. I do have to get off the internet here soon because I volunteered to cook at a group home. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go do that. Um, but who else? Bush Shinedown. Shinedown is touring the band Shinedown, so I'm rating Bush, new music, Bush, new music, new music, out and forthcoming. And I think it's the same with also Blue October, new music, also Youngblood, WUNGBLOOD, Youngblood, new music. Also, Chevelle. Yeah, the first time I heard a Chevelle song, I knew I was going to be a fan. Whatever they put out, I knew I was going to be a fan. Okay. Um, so yes, they're also tickets touring. Diamano David is solo, not with Maneskin. So David Diamano has new music. Diamano. I just put Diamano. I know a few Davids, so I just put Diamano because it's just easier for me to remember. David, um, solo. Wait, there's more. David of Maneskin. That's the way I pronounce it. I've heard it pronounced different ways. Depends on what language you're trying to pronounce it in. Of Maneskin, new music. Josh Groban, old music, but new album of Maneskin. Has solo work out, and coming. Tons more. But let's see. Josh Groban has old music. Has it's spelled A-N. I actually know that Josh Groban has old music, new album coming out. Yeah, there's quite a few, but those are the ones that I can think of right off the top of my head. And those are all artists and bands and music that I will listen to. Trying to keep up with everybody is difficult because if I go in with a musical group, artist, talent, band, whatever, I stay with them, even if they put a stinker of an album out. Makes a difference. So I'm sure there are others. It's just I've been trying to go through certain things and clear up certain things. So those are the ones that I know right away. I'm trying to get my YouTube shorts a little more aimed at music. So, and there's plenty more. So I always suggest, uh, and more, and there's more, much more. Let me put that down. I ran out of space. I got to get ready to go. It is me. I'm real. I exist. Right? My brothers. Hi. This is you're gonna get kicked in the face by my multimedia. I'm not entirely sure why I have like a mist. I think it's a camera glare. Camera glare. So I will have to work on some things, but I did want to get up here and say hello and pretty much just those are things that were on my mind. Go see music live. I always suggest to people that they should go see music live, and you should always listen to an entire album. You should always try to listen to all of an album because what I can usually tell which ones off an album are going to be mainstream hits. Most of the time, I know. But for me, it's like I like most of the time, I like songs that aren't seen as mainstream hits better. So, be more discriminating, okay? Not in the negative sense. All right? Listen to an entire album. Give bands a chance, okay? I can't stress that enough. I have to sometimes stop just listening to mainstream everything because I don't need to be spoon fed. I'm not like one of them. If I'm going to go down, I'm going to bring the worst of them down with me. Brothers, help me out. All right, thanks. End stream.